Back in April of last year, me and Scott went to see one of our favourite bands called Everything Everything. And every time we go to a show, Scott likes to put together a little playlist of all the songs that are probably going to be performed that night, including songs from the opening band. The band that was opening for them when we went to see them was a band called DOLLS. And thankfully, their music was good, and we thoroughly enjoyed listening to their discography on the way down to the concert. And when we got there, we had such a great time. They were amazing, everything was amazing, and we were lucky enough to get to chat with them after the show. We got to talking, we were talking about the crochet wearables that I had made for me and Scott to go see Everything, and we were just having a laugh, and they were such nice people that we ended up getting tickets to see Everything like 2 days later in Bristol. So I decided to make DOLLS a little crochet tapestry of their van on fire because they were like obsessed with the crochet stuff that I'd made, so I just thought I may as well. It was a bit of fun, and they were really nice about it. We're still a big fan of their music to this day, and they are releasing a new album in a couple of days now. It comes out on the 7th of March. It's currently the 1st of March at the moment. And then on the 11th of March, we're actually going to see them in Bristol for their little like album event, celebrating the release of the album and doing a signing. So I once again wanted to make them something that I could give them when we go see them. This one is a lot more tricky for me. If you know anything about me, you know that I don't like making amigurumi. I'm not a fan of it. I love the finished product, but the process of making amigurumi is just not one that I find enjoyable. However, the album art for this album, which is called Drive to Golden Hammer, is the 4 of them as dolls, like puppets on strings. So I was like, you know what? Let's go big or go home. Let's make each of them a doll. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have actually already made 3 of them, and I wanted to bring you guys with me to make the 4th one, and then we'll go see them. That's what this video is going to be. So let me show you the 3 that I have already made. To be honest, this hasn't worked up as slowly as I thought it would. I was able to make the first one in an evening, and I made 2 more yesterday, finished them off this morning. So, well, the base of them, I've still yet to add the little details, but I've got the majority of them done pretty fast. So it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. But anyway, let me show you them. They're looking a bit funny now because they don't have any hair, which I'm scared about. I'm scared to do the hair. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But here are the first 3. And I'm following a tutorial from Crimson and Wool. The tutorial is called Easy Crochet Doll Tutorial. And let me tell you, it's an easy crochet doll tutorial. They're only Diddy, so I think this is going to be perfect. And then, like I said, I just need to do the hair. The outfit is not from the video. That's just something I freehanded. And I wasn't planning on making them different sizes because obviously the 4 of them, they aren't all the same height. But I was making them and I was like, I don't want to do the math to figure out how I can make one longer and how I can make one shorter. But for some reason, this guy is smaller than the rest of them. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I missed a round or 2 or if my tension was just tighter, but this one is actually quite a bit shorter than the other ones. I don't know if you can quite tell. So this one's going to be Tiger, this one's Casper, this one's Felix, and now we have to make Adam. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and make the 4th doll. The body. I have now got to move on to the little dress that they wear. You would think after doing this so many times, it's okay, you can join, come on in. What'd you make?
I made a really bad pita bread.
A really bad pita bread. Doesn't look that bad. Looks pretty good. That egg looks incredible. It smells good as well. Stop.
Hold on, I gotta find myself a nice mealtime video.
Okay. You would think after making 3 of these already that I would be used to the pattern and I would be more familiar with it and it would come out better, but somehow this is probably the worst one that I've made so far. I mean, look, it's absolutely fine. It's just I needed to obviously make his body a bit taller because this guy in real life is taller than the other 3, and I thought I had done that, but when I held it up against the other ones before I made the head, it was like the same height, even though I'd added rows to it. Anyway, I frogged it, remade it. You're not going to be able to see this part because it's going to be covered by the little dress that they wear, so that's fine. But then also for some reason his head is a little bit smaller. So this is the very first one I ever made. I think it's because my tension has gotten tighter as I've made them. Because it can't be the stitch count, because I watched the video again. I followed the tutorial again. So I think it's just my tension, but honestly, it's fine. He's got a skinny head as well, so that's not my fault. We are going to move on to the dress now, like I said. I have some notes in my little notebook. This is a lot. This is a lot, but very handy. Yeah, I have some notes in my book about how I go about doing that, where to decrease, how many stitches, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now and make the arms. And then we have to do the hair. Oh, we have to do the hair. Finished all 4 of the dolls and they are looking good. Let's address the elephant in the room. 2 of the guys have beards. Technically all 3 of them do, but Casper's is a little bit less prominent, so I don't know if I'm going to do a beard on him, but I attempted to do a beard. Attempted being the strong word. Now my plan with the hair is to make it out of felt, sheets of felt, but I was like, oh, embroidering on a beard is going to be easy. It's going to be easy, and it was not. It was actually quite difficult and it looks kind of bad. So I'm going to just put a pause before I move on to Felix. But now I have to figure out how to do the hair, and I really don't want to right now. That's not something that I am in the mood to do. So we're going to take a break for tonight and revisit it maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, who knows.
Several days later.
Today's the day, or tonight's the night. I am finally tackling the hair situation. So my idea is, like I said, I want to make it out of felt because I think making it out of yarn, embroidering it or gluing it on is going to be a little bit too fiddly. So my plan is to kind of cut out templates using paper, try that against the dolls, and then use them, like I said, as templates and cut the felt and then stick it on. I've never done this before. I've tried to find tutorials, but I can't really find anything for my specific needs because this is quite niche, I have to say. But these aren't supposed to look perfect. These aren't supposed to be pristine little dolls, you know, that you pass down through generations. This is supposed to be just a little bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun. Handmade arts and crafts, you know what I mean? I think as long as I'm confident in myself, I can do this. Let's get cracking. The dolls are complete. Are you guys ready to see them? Hang on, let me be able to hold them all up. Hey! They came out better than I thought they were going to. I'm not gonna lie, I was so nervous to do the hair because I was just really worried I was gonna mess them up. Once you hot glue something, it's near impossible to undo your mistakes. So I was really careful when I was doing the hairs and making sure that they were the right lengths and in the right place. And I think they came out pretty well. Are they perfect? No. Absolutely not, but they do the trick, which is all I can ask for. And then what I also did to kind of extra clarify who they were, on the back they all have like their first initial, so this is Tiger. This is Adam. This is Felix. And then this is Casper. And I really love Casper's hair with all the little wispy bits. I think it looks really cute. I was going to go back in and kind of like add some details to the hair using some paints, but I just ran out of time, and honestly I was like, it's taking me so long to make these already that I didn't want to risk, again, ruining them and them looking not great. So I'm leaving them at this, and yeah, like I said, I'm super happy with them, so that's no problem. But today is the actual day that we are going to see them, so we are getting ready right now and we're going to head out in a couple of hours. We're going to get some food. I'm going to visit the Lucy and Yak shop in Bristol, which I'm super excited to do. It's not my first time going, but I'm excited to go back. And then we're going to see how the rest of the evening plays out. I actually don't know what really to expect, but we're going to figure that out together. So see you guys in Bristol. We've been in Bristol for quite a few hours now. Once again, we got here way too early, but that's just me being paranoid that we'll be late for everything. What did we do first? Oh, we went to Wingstop, which was pretty good. We thought there was a Black Sheep coffee here, and I love Black Sheep, but we walked, for no joke, 20 minutes to find this Black Sheep, and we got there eventually. I was hyperventilating, and we looked to the storefront and it said coming soon. So that was really fun. So we went to a different coffee shop, which was quite nice. A bit expensive, but it was still quite nice. We went to a cute little art exhibition.
Called Center Space?
Cool, in Center Space, but it was women by women or something like that, which was quite nice. It was a very cute little experience. And yeah, now we're here at Rough Trade. We've actually been sat in their little coffee shop for about 45 minutes or something like that, but they close at 6 and reopen at 6:30, so we've got half an hour to spare before we have to go in for the signing. So that's all very exciting. We saw Casper go to the toilet, but we were both too nervous to say hi, but we'll say hi later, so it's fine.
Okay, now we're at the wall behind you.
Now we're at the wall behind me. Yeah, Scott's upset that they've put Magdalena Bay at 18. Everything else is pretty good though. I don't know too many of these albums, unfortunately.
Oh, and St. Vincent's down there?
St. Vincent's, yeah.
And Last Dinner Party's up there, which upsets me.
Yeah.
But that's alright.
But no, but it's a pretty decent list other than that. No, it's a really nice shop. They've got some really cool vinyls in there, but expensive. Vinyls are expensive. It's crazy. So we haven't made any purchases. I went to the Lucy and Yak shop, and I traded in some on my old Yaks, and I bought some jeans. So that was nice as well. That was very good. So that's about it. That's about all we've done so far. And we look forward to the rest of the evening. Then I'll put a picture of the car here.
Comes and hurts like someone pulling on you. I was made to love you, but
if I had something else to begin with, I'd have left this slumber party, but I swallowed it discreetly. Oh, I'm only here to make you all my freaks.
let's play hangman again. I don't know if you want to, I don't know what you'd rather do, man.
I'm not gonna.
It's a video! We just came out of divorce. That went so much better than I thought it was going to. That was so cool. We once again made friends with someone in the audience. Stop smiling like that. Act natural, dude. Yeah, we made friends with a person called Jessie, who was stood next to us in the crowd, and they were really, really nice. You were chatting with them about geese.
And we were talking about Charlie. We were talking about lots of music. It was very nice to talk to someone who's listened to a lot of stuff this year.
Yeah,
really nice.
It's so weird. We seem to find people who have common interests with us. And I mean, maybe it's because we're at a place where we all have a common interest, but it's just so random sometimes.
Yeah.
But
me and this person were talking about like Geese, which is a band from New York that doesn't have many listeners in the UK, and I said like offhand, oh yeah, I like their album art, I was gonna get it tattooed but I couldn't commit to it, and they were like, oh my god, me too, and I was like, that's kind of crazy. And I opened up my Spotify and I realized I'd set it as my like playlist picture, and I was like, look, I even put it as my playlist picture, and they were well chuffed by that.
So not only, I mean, you're at a place where you have a common interest as the band that we're watching, but it was just absolutely insane that you both had the same idea for a tattoo. Like,
yeah, that's pretty tight.
That's like 1 in a million. But the set was really, really good. I thought it sounded really nice. They performed it really, really well. Adam was using a
synth, like a drum machine.
No, but he had like
he had a bow.
He had a bow on his guitar
for like a violin, but he was using it to how do you describe that?
Yeah, I don't know.
The guitar.
Yeah, but it was really cool. Tiger brought out the glockenspiel called Angel.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. That's funny. They were like, she's called Angel. We got a set list. It's in like Arial font, so it's nothing really that unique.
Where's the set
list?
Got
one. It's in the bag somewhere, isn't it?
Hold on, whole time. So in order. We walk in. We didn't realise that we were going to have merch, which is kind of silly of us because, of course, they would have merch. But do you want to hold the microphone, please? I got this t-shirt, which is of their Van on Fire, which I showed you in the video. I crocheted this for them the last time we met them. So this existed before you crocheted.
Oh yeah, I copied the design, which is why I haven't sold it or anything. But so I crocheted them like this design on a tapestry. So I was like, well, I have to get that. Very cool. I had to wear my Do Nothing shirt though to support Casper, so didn't put this on for the concert. And then they had these for free, a whole ass newspaper. It's thick as well, like it's a full newspaper with many sheets, many pages, including a personality quiz to see which member of the band you are most like, which I think we're both like Felix, which is
we're
funny.
Felix coded.
We're very Felix coded, so that's fun. But this is so cute, and this was free. Like you didn't have to pay anything for this, so that was really cool. And then obviously the concert happened, the gig happened.
It looks so bad.
This is the set list.
It's Calibri fonts.
Yeah. So not too much unique. I could have probably got them to sign it, but I didn't need to, so it's nice to have. I could definitely make it myself at home, but that's okay.
Then on the way out...
And then, well, during the performance, they were talking about the merch, and Tiger was very excited about the fact that they had red t-shirts, because obviously I imagine buying red t-shirts is more expensive than buying like plain black and white.
Maybe.
So, and I had already thought about getting this before the show, but I did buy a second t-shirt. Just says Drive to Golden Hammer on this really nice red shirt. I don't have many like bright red shirts, so I think this is a good addition to the wardrobe. Whilst we were in the queue, I turned to the guy who was selling the merch and I said, "Oh, are you like just here to do the merch for them?" He went, "Oh no, I'm actually their manager." I was like, oh cool. And he was like, "Oh, I noticed you're wearing a Do Nothing shirt. That's really awesome." I said, "Well, we saw them support everything, and then we saw Divorce support everything. So it's kind of like a full circle, like little moment." Oh, but way before the show, we were wearing our bird jumpers, and we'd mentioned to this guy, Ryan, the manager, before we knew he was the manager. We were like, "Oh, we've worn our bird jumpers because of the song Birds." And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool. They look really nice." And then all of a sudden we're getting tapped on the shoulder by the photographer, Rosie. And she asked if we could have a picture. And we said, yeah, of course. So she took pictures of us in our bird jumpers. And then you were like, "Well, you got to show her the other thing." So then I showed her the dolls. And she took a picture of us with the dolls as well. And she said, "Do you want to keep it as a surprise?" I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to give them to them during the signing." She said, "Okay, I won't tell anyone." So yeah, fast forward to us finding out that he's the manager. I said, "Oh well, we've got these to give the guys." And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I heard through the grapevine." And I said, "Well, I'm the person who made them the tapestry of the van." He went, "Oh, you're the person that made the tapestry?" I said, yeah. He said, "Oh, that's so cool. You're really nice for doing that." I said, "Oh well, you know, I got to do something."
I remember you made the van.
Yeah. So that was really nice. And then obviously we went up to get our stuff signed. I knew beforehand that but we're getting 2 CDs, so I was like, well...
Right, so the first one,
we'll get them to do normally.
This one, regular stuff. Stuff that I can sell for lots of money.
So we got them to sign
you
it.
can't even see because of glare and lighting. But down here are some signatures. Maybe we'll take some photos and insert them.
Yeah, but I was like, for mine, I said...
Can I request something slightly strange? Can you all draw a bird?
Okay,
Mine, please.
We'll probably have to edit it.
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture or a close-up of what they drew, but they're so cute. They're so funny looking. So yeah, I got them all to draw a bird, which they were very excited about, to be honest. So
they were like kids at a colouring table in McDonald's.
Yeah. Well, I was like, you know, you can buy a signed CD online. You can't ask them to draw birds on your CD online. So
It was very cute.
hi, I'm just jumping in here whilst editing because I realized I never actually showed you a picture of the album art. So here is the original album art, and I also wanted to show you that I made a mock where I put the crochet dolls in place of the dolls that Adam made for the album art. Did I mention that Adam made the dolls for the album art, which is crazy? So yeah, I just thought that was funny. It actually came out a lot better than I thought it would, so that's fun. But yeah, back to the video.
We mentioned that we were glad we saw them because I'm going on a cruise ship in like 5 days time for 6 months. And they're like, oh my God. And Adam was like, oh, well, I've had some friends who, musician friends who have been on cruise ships and done like 6-month contracts. And it sounded very good and, you know, hard at the same time. And also they got lots of tips.
This is really good because there's loads of like rich old people and he gets tips on.
From like old rich Americans, and I was like,
I get tips as in turn it up or...
And Casper, who we kind of know the most out of the 4 of them, he was really, really sweet. He was like, oh, it's so nice to see you guys. It's so nice to see a familiar face. He said, well, it's so nice to see everyone, but like, we know you guys. And we were like, oh, we do know you guys.
cute.
It was
So
really,
cute.
really sweet. And then Tiger was like, and I said, yeah, it's a little bit weirder than the tapestry that I made you guys last time. And then I got them out and they were so nice about it.
they were so chuffed.
No way! No way! Whoa! Oh my god! Amazing! Okay!
They've all got your little initials.
Oh, lovely! Amazing!
Just in case you couldn't.
That's so great.
I
And then they
apologized.
immediately started looking up the skirts,
Yeah,
the dresses.
yeah. I
And they were like,
had
there's no underwear.
to apologize for them all being naked.
You don't have any pants on, I'm so sorry.
But they were quite understanding about it. Felix put his in his little pocket. I've got a picture of that I'll put here, and it was just really sweet. And then they all shook my hand and they said, thank you for your work, and I said, no, thank you for yours.
So brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Incredible work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much as always.
It just went so much better than I could have imagined it going. We were a little bit worried that they wouldn't accept the gifts,
Yeah.
either out of kindness or like
Yeah.
just because they can't
Oh, they
accept
didn't
gifts.
like the last one.
Oh, they did. Yeah, could you imagine? No, they posted it on their Instagram. Okay,
Right,
they
right.
liked the last one. But yeah, we were worried that they wouldn't accept them for any reason. We were worried they might be a little bit funny about the birds thing as well. But then we shouldn't have.
I think it's so funny to go to these signings and not have like any humor
Yeah.
with like these people who are supposed to be entertaining, and it's like they just get to sign the same thing over and over and over.
And they're
it's like, have
cracking
some
jokes on
fun.
stage,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, if I was an artist and I was in their position, I would want us to have some
Personality,
fun
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
So yeah, so that was
And then
all
the
of
last
that.
thing.
Yeah, I know. So
Oh, okay, alright.
we're leaving, and all of a sudden we get like another tap on the shoulder from Ryan, the manager, and he's like, "Can you just come here a second?" I said, "Oh God, yeah. What are we doing?" And we walked back in, and he said, "Now we don't usually give these out, but because you guys have done something to them, we want to give you this." How cute is that? It's just a little bit of plastic, but it makes my heart so full. And it says Golden Hammer Divorce, and then that's a QR
The
code
road
to
to Golden Hammer.
yeah. So that was just really sweet. I was like, he like almost made me cry. It was just so nice of them. So yeah, it was just a great day. We did not need to arrive at 2 p.m. We could have been here at 4 and still been absolutely fine, but that's my fault.
But we saw Bristol.
We saw Bristol. We saw a lot of really nice places. My feet hurt really bad.
Alright, let's go sleep.
We're about to spend 20 quid on parking as well, which I'm not happy about, but it's
NCP,
okay.
I will find you. Jasper County, I'm coming for you.
With all that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for sticking around whilst I ramble on about crochet
And divorce.
and divorce. If you like the video, then please do like the video. Drink some water.
Drive home safe.
Drive home safe. Stream Drive to Golden Hammer. It's upside down.
Is this...
And I'll see you in the next one. But Scott won't. Okay, bye guys.
so sad.